Hey guys, another video update for Attack of the Killer podcast.
Right there.
We're at a show.
Yeah, we left the house.
We are in Waterloo at Quadcon. And it's a good show.
Yeah, a lot of comic books and toys and fun stuff, and we get to sell our scrap films and Attack of the Killer podcast wares. We had people subscribing to the podcast in front of our eyes. It was pretty fun.
Awesome. And then they
Went over
that way
yeah.
and then clicked on subscribe. But
Smart.
at least the effort was there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's been a fun show. It's a good show. So it's been a really good show for us getting to, not only sell some stuff, but just spreading the word out there about Prescribed Films and Attack of the Killer podcast. So, but we can't come to these shows without buying some stuff.
That's half the reason we do them, I think. But
So, not necessarily always horror adjacent, because this is more of like a Comic-Con thing and not like a horror con type thing. But Jason, what did you get?
oh gosh, where do I start? I'm gonna pick with my favorite thing I got so far. As I found this little hot rod. It's pretty cool. Fairly complete, no weapons or anything, but he's not broken or anything. Pretty neat. And then I found this little tiny baby ape face little guy. But I found him when I got talked into. It wasn't me. Some vendor. I bought a bunch of. Oh man, I got a bunch of toys. He's like, "Oh, I'll just take them all for $10." I'm like, "Dang it!" So Transformer toys, of course. I'm hooked right now, and it's bad. So that's what I got. What'd you get, Mike? Oh, let me guess.
Well, first, let's talk for a second. So is this would they consider this line G1? And is he a G1?
He's a G1 character, but he's not a G1 toy.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess not, right? Because all G1s were metal, and this is plastic, right?
You're right. They had a lot more die cast in them, and that one's all plastic.
My favorite out of the ones you got might be this one. I said this is more of like a children's toy line because it does have a really simple, I still can't do it, but a really simple transform. And I like him because at first when you showed him to me, I thought maybe it was like a knockoff, and it's Soundwave, but look at that head. I don't know everything about Transformers, so I did not recognize this version of Soundwave, but to me, I really thought it was Shogun Warriors-esque. I mean, is there designs of a lot of Transformers that had these kind of spiky headgear?
Once it started moving, once 2007 and the Bayverse movie toys came out, they all became way spikier and pointier toys.
Yeah, I know in body and stuff, which I hate.
Yeah.
I hate the designs of the Bay movie.
It's growing on me. I didn't like them at first either, but yeah, even like this one's a movie one. It's like there's so many pointy points and I can't even see what the robot is, but
yeah.
But yeah, and then in a couple of the later series, Prime and stuff, they started with Soundwave. He's been a few different things, like a satellite or a
because
cool little.
This time he's a This time he's a car-ish.
Yeah, and
he's
turned into a little Jeepy car thing.
He's the Ben Affleck Batmobile. Cool.
Right, neat.
Cool. So you want to know what I got?
Yeah.
Comics. I come to a comic show, I gotta hit the cheap boxes, and I always walk away with way too many comics. I've been on a kick. I'll just show you a few here. And I've been on a kick of collecting certain artists, especially working on my own comics. And so I've been studying a lot of some of my favorite artists. So I picked up a few. This is Cosmic Odyssey, book 2. Wasn't the greatest miniseries ever, but what's cool about it is it's Mike Mignola, who the creator of Hellboy. And I love his art. And you don't see him do full-on, brightly colored superhero type stuff. And this is kind of more back in the pre-Hellboy days when he's kind of starting out. So And then been really getting into all the old Mad Magazine artists again. And so Sergio Aragon's Gru the Wanderer. I've never actually owned or read any Gru. I had a buddy that was really into Gru back in the day, so I picked up a few Gru comics.
What's a Gru besides a made-up word that sounds like gibberish?
That's his name. He's a barbarian.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there's a better picture of him there. He's a barbarian, and his name is Gru, Groo. And then one of my all-time favorite artists, probably the best artist for horror comics, Bernie Wrightson. Everybody's such a big fan. This was a really cool find, good book. I think it's a lot of reprints. I think I personally prefer Bernie Wrightson in black and white. This comic is in color, but there's one of the stories back here is of the black cat, the ground post black cat, and just look at that stuff. I love his shadow work. I love his line work, his cross hatching. Beautiful stuff. The axe and the head's really cool. He always draws like the creepy characters really cool. Like this is an example of one of those. So love Bernie Wrightson. And since this is for Attack of the Killer podcast horror, I'm bleeding Bernie Wrightson into some of the other horror comics I picked up. Death Rattle #9. Which also kind of has a lot of reprints in it, but this was put out by Kitchen Sink Comics. I was flipping through it. I've never really found. I have one issue of this, and I've had it since I was in high school, but I've never really found any others from this series in the wild until like now, so I had to pick it up. But there's like a reprint of a Basil Wolverton story in there, so I was really excited about that. Another comic I used to read back in the day. It's a really good zombie comic, pre-Walking Dead. It's called Dead World. Picked up an issue of that. Here's one put out by New England Comics. The guy who did The Tick. It's a horror comic called Rockin' Bones. Looked pretty cool, so I grabbed that. And then probably the scariest of them all, of all the horror comics and horror anthology books, Richie Rich Vaults of Mystery. Scary stuff. So, got some good finds. Got some good stuff.
You know what I love?
It's been a fun show. What's that?
The show is still going on right now, and we have my phone kind of hidden behind some stuff right now, so people that are walking by don't see this phone. So they are looking at us like we're just crazy people talking into these toys.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should like prop this above the phone.
I know.
Right here, so it looks like we're talking.
I've got so many great looks of people who are thinking about approaching the table, and they're like, "Nope, these guys are talking to the air," and I'm scared to go talk to them. So
we just lost sales for you, the attackers, because we love you more than selling our stuff.
Yeah, that's true. We do love you that much.
So, anything else you have to say about this show? It's our second Quadcon that we've done.
Second Quadcon this year. There's going to be at least one more in October in Des Moines. This is the first time they had one in Waterloo and at this place, obviously. I love it all. Everything's great. I would just say cook the hot dogs a little bit longer, right? That's the only critique I have of this whole show.
That's on the venue, though, not Quadcon themselves, just to clarify.
We'll put a disclaimer somewhere, yeah. So, and I want to thank the attackers for being awesome.
Yes, thank you guys.
And watching these videos, and we appreciate it. And yeah.
Awesome.
Well, let's sell some more stuff before we got to pack up.
Okay, so, we got like about 100 people in line waiting right now.
Hold on, guys, hold on.
This is for the attackers.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys
All
later.
right, bye.
Bye-bye.